was a young girl, scarcely 16. Thanks to my parents, lots of places I've seen, but never a place that I love as well as my Burgeo home 'neath the maiden tea hill. My Burgeo home, that heaven of mine, the home of my parents, so loving and kind. I love them so, and I always will. And my Burgeo home 'neath the maiden tea hill. The harbor's so pretty in the morning sunshine, as the seabirds and robins their sweet notes entwine. The fishing boats shine in the water so still, here in my home 'neath the maiden tea hill. When I had trouble or if I was sad, I always found comfort from good friends I had. They knew that I loved them and I always will. And my Burgeo home 'neath the maiden tea hill. My Burgeo home, that heaven of mine, the home of my parents, so loving and kind. I love them so, and I always will. And my Burgeo home 'neath the maiden tea hill. With our fishery failing, I may have to roam. Dear God, how I'd hate to leave my dear home, but each night in memory, sure I'll see it still. My Burgeo home 'neath the maiden tea hill. My Burgeo home, that heaven of mine, the home of my parents, so loving and kind. I love them so, and I always will. And my Burgeo home 'neath the maiden tea hill.
Good evening. Welcome to This Week in Review. Tonight's stories include all this and more coming up, so please stay tuned.
If we keep taking from the land, it won't have anything left to give. In the end, we'll all lose. But there are ways to help. They don't require complicated technology, and they don't cost much. They're techniques inspired by local people. USC Canada is working with partners in Africa, building fences to protect farmland from wind erosion, laying simple catchments to trap scarce rainwater and coax food crops to grow, planting saplings to help reforest barren land. It's starting to work, and it doesn't take a miracle. What it does take is long-term commitment so that today's children will have something to inherit and more to pass on. I'm Bruce Coburn for USC Canada, 56 Spark Street, Ottawa.
47 grade 12 students at St. John Central High held their graduation last weekend. Here are a few highlights.
Ladies and gentlemen, students, invited guests, graduates, it's this time every year that we acknowledge the student in our school that most exemplifies academic excellence. Now, that's nothing to do with sports or anything like that. It's purely academic. Now, and this, of course, is the Governor General's Award. The Governor General's Award, for those people that may not know what it is awarded on 3 levels. At the secondary level, which is the high school level, it's a bronze award. And at the college level, at the undergraduate level, would be a silver award, medal. And then if you go on to grad school, it's awarded at the graduate level, and it's a gold medal. So at our school, we award every year the bronze Governor General's Award to the student who most exemplifies academic excellence. And it gives me great pleasure this year to award this Governor General's Award to George Roxon.
The Burgeo Volunteer Fire Department held a car wash in aid of muscular dystrophy at the fire hall on Thursday. We dropped by to see how things were going. The firefighters raised a total of $225 by washing cars inside and out. In addition to the money raised, Sharon's Corner Store donated this bottle of tips that have been collected over the past year. There is The Janeway Telethon is being held on June 2nd and 3rd. To support this worthwhile cause, Ingram's Foodland will be having a 50-50 draw each day starting on Tuesday, May 23rd. It's very easy to play and can be profitable for the winner. All you have to do is sign your name on a $2 bill and drop it in the bin provided at the store. One $2 bill will be drawn each day, and the winner will receive 50% of the money donated that day. This contest will be held in aid of the Janeway for the next 2 weeks, and the following week the 50-50 draw will be held with proceeds going to the Recreation Commission's telethon. RCSCC Bob Bartlett held their 38th annual inspection on Wednesday night. Be sure and tune in next week when we'll have the annual inspection in its entirety. For the date and time, tune in to Channel 10. Nominations were held on Monday to fill 2 vacancies on the Burgeo Town Council, but no one came forward to run. Nominations will be held again in the fall, and if no one comes forward to run then, Council will have to look at the possibility of appointing people. Last week we had an interview with Joe Hiscock concerning boating safety. On Friday, Hiscock had a display at Pro Hardware concerning boating safety. Joe, what different types of things do you have on display here at Pro Hardware today?
Dave, we've got most of our stuff that we've got on. We don't have it all on today because we didn't have the room. We've got a life buoy here, which is required aboard some boats, and there's 3 different sizes of those. Some are required aboard fishing boats, and other ones are required aboard pleasure boats. And then we have here, this is what we call a PFD, a personal flotation device. This is one of the newer ones that are on the market, and those here will come in different sizes. So anybody that's contemplating buying one should certainly look inside, and they'll find inside the different chest size and the weights. And of course, again, remember, make sure that they're Transport Canada or Coast Guard approved. This here piece of equipment is what we call a small vessel life jacket. It's not applicable aboard of fishing boats, but aboard of pleasure craft. This here is another type of PFD, and here again is a smaller PFD for children. We've got approximately 90 different types of PFDs that are on the market right now. So again, make sure when that you're going to buy one for yourself or someone else to make sure about this Coast Guard approval number. And this here we've got is a DOT standard adult life jacket, standard approved life jacket, and there are about 20 different types of standard approved life jackets that are on the market.
So where would you use a life jacket like that?
This here can be used as to be used by fishing boats and pleasure boats, either or. It can be used on either fishing boats, commercial fishing boats, or pleasure boats. It has to be aboard.
Is that the same kind of life jacket you find aboard vessels such as the Gallipoli and coastal boats?
That is absolutely right. Yes, that is the same type of life jacket. They might the design may be a little bit different, but it is a standard approved life jacket. That is the one. You won't find the PFDs aboard of the Gallipoli and the Tavern or those commercial boats because they're not applicable aboard of those boats. The PFDs are personal flotation devices, and that's what they are. They're yours. They're personal. They're yours, so you have to look out to them. And they're for the pleasure boats. And of course, we've got all kinds of literature for the people. We've been giving them out. I have little packages done up, and the response has been quite good this morning. We've given out over 25 packages to various people for pleasure boats and for fishermen. I also like to let you know about a contest that's on the go now for the commercial fishermen, where there's all kinds of prizes that they can win. And all they have to do is call a toll-free number and request that an inspection be done on their boat, and then I'll come and do the inspection and enter them in a contest. And just to emphasize how good it is, it's the first prize is worth $3,300 and the second prize is worth $1,800. This is not cash money. It's in the form of equipment that they would use aboard their boat, like VHF radios and anti-exposure suits and that sort of thing. And there's quite a number of prizes, so I certainly encourage all of the fishermen to take advantage of that and get their boat inspected. And like I say, I put up posters here, and I put them up down at the Fisherman's Wharf, so the information is available, and for the toll-free number. And also next year, I know that's a long ways off, but we're going to have one of those contests for the pleasure boat owners for next year. So those are 2 additional bits of information that I have extra this week than what I had last week.
Okay, is that the flares you have there on the table as well?
Yes, it is, Dave. Those here are flares, and again, those are, this there is the parachute type flare. This flare will, when it's activated, will go up approximately 1,000 feet. It'll burn for between 45, 50 seconds. So it's good for long distance if you're out on the water for a long ways. And again, all flares are dated from the date of manufacture and are good for 4 years from the date of their manufacture. This would be a Type A flare. Then we have what we call a Type B flare. This is it's a twin B, meaning that when you activate this, that there's 2 little star bursts that come out of it. This one you would certainly want to have somebody fairly close to you before you'd activate it, because it only lasts for between 5-7 seconds. And so if you're out there, you'd want to have either a boat or an aircraft pretty close to you before you'd activate this one. And this is a B class flare. The other flare that we have here, this is what we call a C class flare, and this is a handheld. You activate this and hold it over the side of your boat, and it would burn very bright. And again, you'd only want to activate this if that there was somebody getting pretty close to you to rescue you.
Okay, Joe, will you be putting out this display in Burgeo again anytime in the near future?
Well, I'm hoping to approach the Lions Club when they have their Burgeo Day. They have or the fair. I haven't really pursued it, but the thought is there that I would certainly like to do this at least twice a year. And the information is here, like I say, they can pick up their packages here, which is applicable to fishing boats and pleasure boats that are, of course, less than 15 gross registered tons.
Okay, Joe, by the time our viewers see this, your display is not going to be here any longer. If people are interested in getting these information packets, can they still contact you to get them?
Oh, absolutely. All they have to do is give me a call at work, which is 886-2838, and I'll either drop it off to them or put it in the mail to them. And anybody, again, who would like to have an inspection done of their boat, again, all they have to do is give me a call, and I'll gladly comply.
Okay, you also mentioned last week about different equipment for different size boats and things like that. Have you had many inquiries about this type of thing today?
No, Dave. I think most of the people were pretty much saying, I think I'll wait till I go to Pro Hardware and see them. And no, we haven't had much of a response there, but we have certainly made up for it today. Like I say, we've had a great response here this morning. Just about everybody who've come into the store, stopped by and picked up an information package and seemed to be pretty interested in the different PFDs and life jackets and the equipment that we have.
Okay, Joe, is there anything else you'd like to add about your display?
No, other than to repeat myself again, and like I say, anybody that needs any information, give me a call. They need an inspection done on their boat. I can go over their equipment that they do have and advise them on what they should have aboard of their boat, and wear your life jacket or your PFD whenever you go in boat.
Stay tuned for more of This Week in Review, coming up after this.
Imagine a recreational trail shared by all Canadians, winding its way through every province and territory. The Trans-Canada Trail, to be the world's longest trail. You can make this happen. Each donation you give makes a meter of trail. And in recognition, your name or the names of your family and friends will be permanently imprinted on trail markers. Join the thousands of Canadians and the companies who care. Share the vision. Be part of the Trans-Canada Trail. Call now and put your name on it.
As August draws near, we hear more and more talk about the Sand and Sea Festival. For the interview portion of tonight's program, I had an interview concerning the upcoming festival. Speaking with me in the studio today, we have Ann Parsons, who is the coordinator for the Sand and Sea Festival. Welcome to our studio, Ann.
Thanks, Dave, and welcome back yourself.
Thank you. Ann, can you tell us where the idea for the Sand and Sea Festival originated?
Well, it goes back probably 3 years ago, I guess, when I started with the tourism, Pacific Coast Tourism Association. And we tried one festival then at that time, and well, we didn't get a good response, so we didn't try it last year. So this year now we've decided to everybody pool orange together and try and make it work.
Okay, why do you think that this festival will be any different from the Seafood Festival?
Well, for starters, we have more people involved this year. The first year we were new at it, we didn't have a clue what we were doing. We just wanted to have a festival. We wanted to try and get some tourism started there, so we thought that would be one way of introducing people to our area. And but this year now we've joined forces with the Burgeo Innovators, and we've got lots of other people, lots of volunteers involved. So I feel that this year is certainly going to be different.
Okay, how did the name, how did you decide on the name?
Actually, it was one of our members of the Innovators who came up with that. It was Gail House. I have to give her credit for it. So Gail, we just tossed around a few names, and well, we thought it was certainly appropriate. We got lots of sand, and most of our activities are going to be taking part out at the park, and we certainly got lots of sea.
Okay. What are the dates scheduled for the festival?
Our dates are August the 4th to the 10th. And well, we started back in January meeting with Ramia, and because we know that they have a festival for the last 3 years, the Rock Hall Music Festival, so we didn't want to cut in on their territory or steal their thunder, so to speak. So we met with them periodically to find out when they were having their festival, and we decided between the two of us if we should go back to back or if we should have a couple of weeks in between or whatever. So for this year we've decided to go back to back. Ours will be the 4th to the 10th, giving us a weekend and a part of a week. And then the Ramia's Rock Island Festival will start the next day in Ramia for that weekend.
Okay, what groups are involved in the Sand and Sea Festival?
Well, the Innovators, like I say, have certainly played a major part. They're hosting it or co-hosting it. And some of the other ones are the Lions Club, the Lioness Club, the LOPA and the LOL, the Ground Search and Rescue, the Burnett's, and the Fire Department. Probably got some listed. Let me just look at those and Dave see the ACW, and yeah, I guess, and the Seaview Lounge and South Coast Taxi.
Okay, are there any youth groups involved?
It's not to this point. We were hoping to get some youth involved, but what we're going to be doing is we're going to be setting up a meeting time, and because we'd like to get youth involved. We have a couple of youth voluntarily involved, so we'd love to see more youth being involved. There's lots of things for them to do. There'll be lots of people for them to meet, and opportunities for them too.
Okay. Where is the festival taking place? You mentioned San Luis Park.
Yeah, well, we got permission from Parks Canada to have any festivities excluding alcoholic beverages and so on, the park regulations and that,
Right.
at the park. So that's all approved, so that's fine. So most of our activities, weather permitting, will be at the park, and some will be going on at the hockey rink and around the Lions Club. But the food, the ACW, of course, will be having theirs in town, and hopefully the LOL and whatever, theirs won't be at the park, right? They'll be having some things at the park too, as well as the Burnett's and whatever, they're moving things to the park.
Okay, what are some of the activities that are planned?
Well, I can just give you a little list of what we've put together so far. The fire department will be having a burger takeout. Their date's confirmed for August the 7th, and they've agreed to wear the uniforms and act as security for us. And they'll be bringing their support band to the hockey rink when we have our dance and to the park and things like that. So they've really, they're a really good help. And then we have the Ground Search and Rescue, and they're going to be, they have a mobile snack bar that they're going to be setting up at the park every day, all day long, so to speak. And they also got a lot of activities planned for their groups, boat races, for example, and canoes and fly casting, whatever. And then the Burnett's got a flea market planned, and that one's for August the 7th, the same day that the fire department's having the burger take upstairs. The Burnett's are going to be having a flea market, and things for children like face painting or whatever. They got a whole list of activities that they're going to be doing as well. And the Lionesses on August the 7th as well are planning a family fun day at the park. And there's big games for all ages, of course, and they'll be having a teddy bear picnic for the kids, and the refreshments will be sold there. And the LOBA and the LOL will be serving, on August the 5th, they'll be having a mussel supper with salad bar, followed by an adult dance at the Orange Hall. And like their fee, they'll be selling tickets on the dinner and the dance. It'll be all the one thing. And they're going to be having teenage dances, pre-teen dances, and also they're going to be selling some refreshments at the park. And then the ACW are planning on having a potluck supper on August the 6th, that's a Sunday evening, at the parish hall, and we're all looking forward to that, I'm sure. And the Lions Club on August the 5th, they're planning a mini fair, because our fair starts on the 4th, having a mini fair, possibly bingo on the hockey rink. They're not really sure yet, either at the rink or at the Sandbanks Park. And August the 10th, the Lions are having Seniors Day dance and dinner. And August the 6th, I think they're going to be either having a crib or dart tournament. Nothing's really confirmed yet, but and lots of other activities. And then the Burgeo Innovators got a dance on the hockey rink, providing that our license and everything comes through. It looks like it's going to be okay for August the 9th. And they're having the Uncle Irish Bar Band for that. And while this is going on, then the minor hockey is going to be having canteen service at the hockey rink. And then the Seaview Lounge is going to be having dances on Friday and Saturday nights and mixed darts on August the 8th. And the South Coast Taxi is involved, and they said they will be offering town tours and for the duration of the festival, or any transportation that's needed. If the park should happen to be blocked, then Brian will come in with his taxi and bus people back and forth. Right? Okay. And other ones there's going to be boat tours offered, and there's horseback riding and sightseeing, and this is where the youth can come in for the tours and hiking and sightseeing and different things like that.
Okay, so sounds like there's definitely something for everyone there.
Yeah, hopefully. And we got a few more little things that we got to get our calendar filled in, and we're almost got our agenda ready to put together. Hopefully that'll be in place now. We've had a few fundraisers. Money, of course, is always a problem, and of course, Burgeo, we know that money is very, very scarce. But we have done really well in our, we've had a ski poker run and bingo games and sub sandwich takeout, and that went over well, and there's another one coming up soon. And we've sold tickets on it well. And one of the things that we got slated for next week, I'd like to mention, is our fun supper.
Okay, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Not too much, because I'd be giving it away.
Yeah.
But anyways, a fun supper, it consists of just that. You'll be served soup and sandwiches. There's no doubt you'll get your supper, and it'll be a good supper, and it'll be served by the innovators that we know, and the Festival Coast Tourism Committee, all together, right?
Okay.
The Festival Committee. And there'll be lots of fun for everybody. And the age limit is 19 years and up. We'll have a guest speaker there, Joe Bennett. Joe is with the Cadet 500, which I'd like to mention is playing a big part in this festival as well. And he's the Chief Executive Officer for the Cadet 500, so he's going to be in town that day. But anyways, we have lots of things planned, and like we said on our head, don't come if you don't want to have fun. You're going to laugh, you'll be in stitches, and that's kind of it, right?
Okay. Okay, you've mentioned, say, that you're having fundraisers now before the festival. Some people probably don't understand why you have to raise money before the festival. Can you explain?
Yeah, that's true, Dave, because one of the things, I'll get back to that Cadet 500, they're involved with this very, very much. Cheryl Stagg, whom I knew from the Festival Coast Tourism Association, is with the Cadet 500 group for the Western region. And when she found out that we were going to be having a festival, she came here and brought with her Jan Dix, who's with the Cadet 500 Corporation. And they helped us to kind of, they wanted to know if we were serious about a festival. And of course we told them yes, and this was some of our plans. And because we had some of our things in place, she said, all right, fine. She said, then we'll go with that, because they're looking for festivals in this area that's going to build up and be good for the year 97, because that's their mandate, to bring in lots of people. And so anyways, then she decided that excuse me, we decided that, well, you gotta have money. You got advertising, and it's just unlimited, right? It's no good for us to have a festival here in town if you don't have anything to work with. We got our signs to do, our brochures to do, telephone calls. I mean, it's endless. You know, we're going to repair the tarps to belong to the Lions Club and have that fixed up, excuse me, so that for the night of the dance and for other alternate, other alternate activities, that at least we can come indoors with it and stuff like that. So, and plus there's going to be travel involved. You know, we got 4 people right now involved with the COP program. Ann Parsons is going to be the event chairperson, so he's kind of going to be overseeing it all. And Walter McDonald's going to be the finance person. And Edith Anderson is taking on the communications person, and Rosa Coley is taking on the crafts and merchandising. And these people are kind of hired on through the COP program for 16 weeks. So they'll be putting in a lot of time. So all of this stuff, but anyways, getting back to Jan Dix, anyway, what we did then, we did up our budget of what we would need for the festival. Okay. And we slotted in how we're going to get it. You know, we're trying to reach major corporate sponsors like the Newfoundland Telephone, for example, and Hydro, and the insurance companies, and I mean, they're the ones that's making money off the people in Burgeo, right? But for now, we've just had like little fundraisers, raised $200 or $300 and stuff like that for for stationery, for stamps, letters, phone calls, just to start with. Right. And hopefully build up to a better festival for '97.
Okay, you mentioned all the groups and things that are involved. If there's people out there that want to help out with the festival that aren't in any of these groups, can they still come along to help out with things?
Yes, they were begging and begging for people. We need more volunteers. It's not something that you got to volunteer every day, but there's little things that we need. You know, we've set up 12 committees actually, and some of us got to take 2 or 3 committees. You know, because we don't have enough people, and even just little things that during that week of the festival. But we've been working at this now since January, you know, and I know Penny Dolman is going to be doing up a logo too. That's another thing I'd like to mention. So then the stores can get the logo and buy T-shirts with the logos on it and whatever, right? Until we'll sell it, right. And hopefully that'll last through a good many years or whatever, the same logo once we've got it in place and stuff. But yeah, we really do need more people. There's always room for more people. Always. There's lots of committees to work on, and it's not hard work. It's fun doing it, but it's always easier when it's shared with other people.
Okay, and is there anything else that you'd like to have?
Yeah, I'd like to mention that we have been having joint meetings with RAMIA, with RAMIA Tourism Committee, and on this Friday, May 26th, there's going to be another one, and this one is going to be out in Burgeo, because we alternate from one month to the other, and it's going to be at the community center at 1:30 p.m. on Friday afternoon. So anybody that's interested in tourism at all, feel free to come along and meet the crowd from RAMIA.
Okay. Well, thanks for coming and speaking with us.
Thanks, Dave.
Once again, our guest today is Ann Parsons. She's the coordinator for the Sand and Sea Festival. Well, that's it for tonight's program. Please stay tuned now for the bandwagon. We'd like to thank Clayton Isaac for helping out with the bandwagons that we did have this year, and hopefully in September we'll get the bandwagon back on schedule. Well, thanks for watching. For This Week in Review, I'm Dave Cooper. Good night.